All right, in this video, we are going to connect our Claude desktop app to our iMessage to send and receive text messages via your phone. So this only works on Mac computers. I'm sorry for my Windows friends. iMessage itself only works on Mac computers unless you have some kind of other Mac environment set up on your Windows computer, and that is way complicated just to get iMessages. But I'm on a Mac, and for those of you who are, this is a really cool trick that will allow Claude to now send you text messages. So a good case example for this would be he's monitoring my email accounts, and if he sees an email from a certain group of people, my high priority, let's call them your high priority VIPs, then instead of sending me a message through Slack or some other channel, I want to get a text message right away that says, "Hey, Chad just emailed you on your email account. Make sure you go check his email," because I'm working, I don't have time, and I really don't check my email throughout the day. So that's a good case where I prefer to get text notices instead of other messages through other platforms. So I'm obviously in my Claude desktop app here. Doesn't matter where you start, you ultimately need to find your way to this customized tab. That's where we set up all the connectors, skills, etc. So I'm going to click on connectors. You can see right now I don't have my iMessage connected here. So I'm going to hit this add connector, and we're going to browse the existing connectors. I could scroll through the list until I find it, but it's much easier just to type in message up here in the search bar, and then that's going to show the little green icon, which we all recognize if you're on Mac or iPhone, as your iMessage. I'm going to hit add that. We're going to read through what it can do. It can send messages, search your contacts, read messages, and get unread messages. So we're going to go ahead and install that. Do you want to install it? Read and send messages. Yes, that's exactly what I want you to do. Looky there. That's done. It's actually simpler than even I expected it to be. I thought, well, I'm going to have to surely click something to confirm it. And no, it's just that easy. And I didn't cheat. Like, I didn't have this installed 2 minutes ago. I legitimately, this is the first time I'm installing it on my computer. I thought, let me fire up a video, and hopefully if all goes well, I'll get a good video out of it just to help other people as well. So there you go. It's that simple. You could click on this configure. What this is going to do is, as the case with all of these connection skills, etc., at the moment, when you first install something like this, it's under the quote needs approval category, meaning the first time it wants to search your contacts for somebody, it's going to pop up that little approval message box that says, "Hey, do you want to allow Claude to do this?" Same thing with all these others. If before it can read any messages, it's going to pop up a window. Is it okay? And that way, when Claude is actually trying to access your contacts or trying to access your messages. After a little while, you're going to get to the point where you don't want him to keep asking me, and you'll get mad. Stop asking me that. And if you wanted to, you could just click now, always allow. That would apply. Then you can see it switches these buttons over to the check marks or needs approval, which is where, or you could interactively saying, okay, you can always search through my contacts because that's something I need you to do. But if you're going to read my messages, I want you to ask me for approval first. And then certainly writing and sending messages, usually that's going to get its own separate. So even if you say it's okay to search my contact and read my messages all the time, this one still is going to be set at needs approval. Now, again, you can, once you reach a comfort level, and we all do eventually, that, okay, Claude is not just going to be randomly sending out text messages to everybody in my contact list. Then once I know and have that confidence, I can trust him. I will ultimately, at some point, probably give him approval to go ahead and send a message out. Because if I'm running automations or workflows where I need that to happen, I probably don't want to be asked every time. At any rate, this is a great place to start on all of these for needs approval. That way you'll know when he's trying to check your contacts, check your messages, and certainly before he sends any messages on your behalf. So there you go. Nice and easy. Hopefully that is helpful. We'll see you on the next video.